Yo, what's up everyone, my name is Eribox and welcome back to another video on my channel, and today we are talking about the Beatland Beatbox Battle and why it's failing. Since everyone seemed to enjoy the last video, which was more like a video essay type of thing, which also was my first time trying out this format, I decided to do another video like that. So yeah, without any further ado, let's jump right into the video after the intro. On January 18th, the Mad Twins introduced the Beatland Beatbox Battle, which is a collaboration between the Mad Twins themselves, Mindplex, which is a cryptocurrency type of company, and of course Swiss Beatbox. They opened up the wildcard competition for both solo and loop with a deadline until April, with the judging criteria rules being pretty standard, you know, technicality, musicality, all of this. Although most of it being pretty standard, there were some kind of questionable details in the rules. For example, one of them was, and I quote, "Video should be filmed on good camera. You can also use your phone. It's up to you," quote end. Which kind of sounds like they were already opting to favor those with better video quality, which seems kind of weird to me. Another rule affected the loop station category specifically, which said that any devices and instruments can be used except MIDI keyboards, which was a sketchy rule, but we will get into that later. The total prize money was advertised as $50,000 US, which is actually not really 50k USD. It's more so the estimated value of the cryptocurrency tokens, which is very sketchy since the value of the tokens can actually fluctuate a lot in a short time. And additionally, the winner of the battle could also win an automatic qualification spot for the upcoming GBB, which is the GBB 2023 in Tokyo. The battle was advertised as a kind of like hybrid type of battle, with majority of the tournament happening online, kind of like the BBU in a like video battle format, and the top 4 battles happening in Bali, Indonesia. The process of the wildcard submissions and the judging and the winner announcement was pretty unspectacular and usual, except maybe for the fact that Pash and Jayden were the only judges involved. But still, the wildcard results seemed very reasonable and fair, except for like the usual 2 to 3 people that people were not too sure about if they deserved getting in and if there was someone else more worthy. But someone who everyone kind of like universally agreed on being quote unquote robbed was Watt. Watt's loop wildcard was very well received and everyone thought he was getting in, so why didn't he get in? Well, he was disqualified. That was because he purposefully cheated, but also not quite at the same time. Since the rule stated that any devices can be used that also theoretically include the usage of Ableton and such. And that's exactly what he ended up doing. As viewers also picked up, he barely touched his RC505 because he was practically playing DAWs through his launchpad and loop that he produced in Ableton prior. This was technically not against the rules, but Watt knew that the Mad Twins were going to not let that one slide. And either way, more so, the wildcard was supposed to show to the people that the rules were easy to abuse and formulated too loosely, at least in theory. But either way, on April 24th, they announced the 16 wildcard winners of both loop and solo, with battles starting shortly after. And instead of opting for the usual judging kind of stuff, they went for another op. Instead, they opted for popularity-based voting, online voting, which absolutely backfired, because it was pretty evident from the very beginning that this was entirely popularity based and not really on skill, more so on who could advertise themselves the best to get more votes. To vote, you had to sign up to the Mindplex aka Beatland website and then place your vote, and you could use as many emails as you wanted to, which is practically cheating and placing fraudulent votes. The Mad Twins claimed themselves that they have a system that automatically detects fraudulent votes, but that did not really work after all. And we found that out later in the tournament, so yeah. Anyways, with the top 16 battles happening, it didn't take too long for the first scandal to happen. On the 20th of May, the Mad Twins posted this on their Instagram account. 2 days later, Dr.Slowsweat posted a statement on Instagram where he talked about the issue and had this to say.
And I woke up on a Saturday to an Instagram story of the Mad Twins stating the following. So, yeah, as you can see, they were promoting my opponent, like one person in the battle, to vote for them. When I saw that, I was absolutely fuming. I was so angry. Like, normally I'm also a happy, energetic guy, but I was so struck down. I was so discouraged, so unmotivated to continue anymore. I put my heart, I put my soul, blood, sweat and tears into the track I was making, went all out with video, lyrics and everything, just to have it like swapped away by the organization by saying, nah, vote for him, you know, we need him in the battle. So yeah, I really felt discouraged. I didn't want to do it anymore. I was about this close to say, I'm quit, I'm out. I don't care what happens, but I'm not competing anymore. If it's going to be like this, it's done. I don't want to have anything to do with it. Luckily, the Mad Twins came back quick, very quick. They told me, told everyone it was the manager who put the story online because he is a really big fan of Saijo and wanted him to progress. They said they immediately put the story down and they fired the manager. They told me, which is it's nice to see that they immediately took action with it. So I give them, you know, credit for that.
He also stated that he found the advertising to be very stressful as he battled against Saijo, who has, understandably so, a very large fan base. And in the end, after all of this, he still ended up winning the battle. And you know, the Mad Twins, they apologized and cleared things up. And as you heard before, it was their manager who posted this, and I also talked about this in the iceberg videos. But I just thought of just mentioning this again because it's very crucial to the timeline of the Beatland battle. But either way, having this mentioned up again, this is not where the controversy and drama ends. Apart from some, let's just say, questionable decisions, nothing really major happened until the battle CJ vs Remix and Guti vs Spong. While the majority found Guti and Remix to be on the winning side, technically, practically CJ and Spong were sweeping the floor in the votes. Unfortunately, I can't tell you exactly what the vote count was when it concluded, since they have removed the vote count from their website, effectively making it impossible for the public to see the real results. But during one of his streams, Remix revealed that the Mad Twins were investigating a possible case of cheating going on, with people suspecting that it was CJ. An indicator of that was the fact that his vote count froze for some time, like entirely. It was also weird considering that Remix got a lot more views compared to CJ, like double than that. Regarding that battle, there's not really much more to go into because that's literally all that happened and all that's pretty evident to the public. But let's get into Guti vs Spong. And just by the way, to have this also cleared up, there's not any real proof on whether or not CJ got his vote spotted or not. It's all just very vague and based off of speculation, so make sure to take everything with a grain of salt. But anyways, in the voting between Guti and Spong, there was like a large discrepancy and large margin of votes in favor of Spong, surprisingly so. Of course, people got pissed and witch hunted Spong, to which he posted this comment under both battle rounds, and I quote, "Alright, listen everybody, just to make things clear, I know most of you aren't happy with the result of this battle and the amount of votes I got. Most of you also think that I cheated, but the thing is, I did not. I too cannot believe that I'm winning by that margin, since I am very aware of Guti's track compares to mine. I don't know, maybe people like memes or whatever. Also, it's not like I didn't care also or something. The thing I did still required some time to put together and to come up with. I don't want to be seen as a bad person for participating in this competition, as I am not guilty of any fraudulent behavior, but at this point, I know that some people may consider that I was cheating, and I know I will be hated in the future by some of you, and that won't change no matter what. Once again, there is a possibility that this battle was judged instead of voted. There would have been a different result against Guti. I hope you understand." In another statement or / comment, he also stated that he didn't advertise his round. He only posted it in the Polish beatbox community group chat on Facebook or something, which is a long name, even though he had a whole ass radio station telling people in Poland that they should vote for him. Which I don't know how much of a connection there is between the radio station and actually him doing something about it, but I guess we will find out sooner or later, or just never. This of course inspired some unexpected but necessary change. After having posted vague stuff about the battle winners and basically memeing the whole ordeal with like semi-shit posts, they announced this, and I'm quoting again. Alright, now let's get serious, Beatlanders. We wanted to share an important update regarding the quarterfinals of our festival. As you know, we put all our resources to maintain the utmost integrity and fairness in our competitions, and we encountered some challenges during this round. We've recently discovered the attempts at vote manipulation, which was an unexpected and unfortunate fact. Our team deeply cares about creating a fair and enjoyable experience for all participants, and we take this matter very seriously. During the top 8 battles, we didn't encounter such issues, but as the stakes grew higher, so did the attempts at manipulation happened. We want you to keep in mind that Beatland has an experimental journey, and this experience has taught us valuable lessons about how to facilitate voting processes. Rest assured, we're taking note and learning from this experience to continuously improve. We understand our level of responsibility as organizers, and we also know that manipulations could have been created by artists, fans, or even haters. So we kindly request you to not blame anyone. And yes, once again, online voting may not be the best format, but please let us learn from our own mistakes. We will do our best to provide cool and fair experience. We are thrilled to announce that we have found a fair and definitive solution. We'll tell you about it tomorrow, and of course we'll add some fun. Stay tuned for our upcoming announcement, and we will reveal the details of our resolution and the next steps for our incredible journey in the world of beatbox. And after that announcement, the following one followed. And I'm quoting again. We are redoing the voting, and this time it's fair. We are on a mission to restore fairness and transparency to results of our battles and tackle the issue of vote manipulation. Our decision is to run re-election with independent judges, famous in beatbox community. We are happy to announce our judges, Darny, Zangze, and Rivmind. It will be the first ever elections for our quarterfinalists. On one side we have the candidates, all participants from the quarterfinal rounds, with the votes reset to 0. And on the other side, the esteemed electors consisting of top-notch beatbox artists. They have the crucial role of casting their votes. Pretty soon we will pick winners and definitely find out who is heading to Bali. So anyways, after this, on the 1st of August, the official results by the election committee, however you want to call it, or just judges, came in. So according to the results, Sonos won against Jolux after Jolux originally won in the voting. So Jolux got snubbed off a qualification spot to the live battles, and Sonos is going in instead. Kaji won against Mr. Android, who also originally won, so Mr. Android is also not going to Bali anymore. Zeka won against Osis, so nothing really changed in that one. But, and this is a big one, Remix won 3-0 against CJ, so CJ is not going to Bali anymore. And by the way, under the announcement post that announced all the real results now, CJ commented something along the lines of this being his last battle and that he's tired of participating in battles apparently. Might be just like a trauma response or something, I don't know, just like a very unthought of response, but maybe he's being serious, we will find out too. I think in both cases being the loop and solo battles, if anything changes, I think they should still give compensation of those who, according to the online voting, if whether or not fraudulent or not, should still give some kind of compensation to them. For example, just like giving them free entry to the battle and flying them out to Bali. Apparently they have the fundings to do that, so why don't they just do that? But that's just my personal opinion. But either way, let's get to loop station battles. And for loops, nothing really changed except for Guti now winning against Spong and Spong not being at Beatland anymore. The Mad Twins did a separate statement regarding the top 4 results, which is practically irrelevant to this video as it doesn't really add much more detail into it. It more so says what already has been said, and it doesn't really give a lot more content to anything, so I decided to not include it. As of now, this is everything that could have been said about Beatland Battle, as the live battles are still to happen. The live battles on Bali are to happen on the 16th and 17th September, which is in 1 month as of the time of filming. Today is the 15th August, by the way, and we will have to see how that goes down and if there's any more controversy about to happen. And also, when the battle wraps up, like the live battle wraps up, I will make sure to post a post-mortem analysis, which I will obviously not include everything that I just said in this video. I will refer to this video and just add more information as like a part 2. But anyways, if you did enjoy the video, please make sure to leave it a like, comment what you ever want to comment, and share it around. I would really appreciate that. That's it with the video, and I will see you in the next one.